Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to talk about a inventory buy sheet, why you need to have one in your Amazon business, and how I specifically use mine to track everything that I do buy. Most importantly, you need to have an inventory buy sheet to understand your cost of goods. You want to understand, what suppliers you're most frequently buying from, seasonality of things. Like if it gives you a better understanding of when and when to buy things through the year because there is a little bit of seasonality that plays into an Amazon business. Um, if you ever do have a bookkeeper down the road, this is going to allow you to easily transfer over that info to them, so you can get more accurate bookkeeping. And then also, most importantly, probably keeping track of everything and all your records so that you can avoid, deactivations and that kind of thing down the road within your Amazon business. But let's get into this sheet. I actually am going to give this away for free, so watch the whole video. It does use a little bit of scripts. I talk about a lot of the functionality that is within this Excel sheet. So let's get into it. All right, so this is the inventory tracking sheet that I do currently use in my Amazon business. I'm going to go over all the functionality, the most important stuff that you need to understand your numbers and inventory and all that. This will be a pretty long-winded video, but this should be pretty worthwhile, and I think a lot of you will find some useful stuff in this. All right, so um, first thing, we'll just go through the tabs. This is like your dashboard. This is going to show all your numbers once you do have some stuff recorded. The purchase tab is basically where you're going to put each purchase, the date, the product name, your ASIN, cost price, sale price, all that stuff, all the most important stuff. If you do have a VA notes, VA, first name. If you've got multiple VAs, you can use different names here, and it'll actually track percentage of spend based on your VA or yourself. And then I never use much of the stuff down here, but you can put in payment method and that kind of thing if you want to track like what credit card and stuff you bought it on. Um, but there's that tab. You can do a deal sheet for your VAs, and then this is specifically for the owner. So I've got myself in here. I'll just blank that out for now. Um, Probably most importantly on the back end of things is this sheet. This is going to be basically your setup for the sheet to make it function correctly. And then there is an out of stock sheet. If you want to check back for something later, you can definitely put some stuff on here and just have a record of it. Moving back over to the purchase sheet, and actually let's do the setup sheet. So this is where we're going to do sort of the back end stuff, so we can track our numbers pretty accurately. So I'm just going to use September as an example because we are in September of 2024. So we'll put in September of 24. I'm going to say my target spend. We're just going to say 80,000 a month right here for our target spend for the month. Deal sheet owner, we're going to put myself. Let's just put VA1 in here for VA1, and then we can do like VA2. This is just marking stuff on why it was a good deal or why it was a bad deal. I didn't really use that entirely too often, but it is set up for the sheet. So let's hop back over to the purchased sheet. I'm gonna move this up a little bit, get it up. So we're back over to the purchased sheet. Let's scroll over here. I'm just gonna throw a couple products in. We're gonna do September 8, 24. Let's copy that down. Copy that down. We'll just do a couple products. We'll do product 1, product 2, and product 3. ASIN, we're probably just gonna have to make up some ASINs here. We'll do like A123 A123 AB A123 AC. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna put cost price. We're gonna say this one's $15, this one's 20, this one's 25. Sale price, we're selling this thing for 30. We're gonna sell this one for let's just say like 40. We'll just basically double the price or what we bought it for. Obviously you would copy all this stuff from like SellerAmp or whatever you use, but we're just making up stuff for now. Profit, we're gonna say we make let's just say we make $3 on this one. Let's say we make $5 on this one, and this one we make $5. I'm not even gonna calculate that. We'll just leave it. Amazon URL, and then your source URL. So you definitely want to keep this stuff in there just so you can go back and find it later. And then I guess you can put this, store that you actually bought it from. Like we'll just say this is Kohl's, this is Target, and then this was Dick's. So VA first name. What I would put in here is, let's just say that I bought this one myself. This was VA1, and then this was VA2. You'll see why we're doing that later because it'll give you more accurate numbers. And then any notes and stuff that you want to put in. So you've got your products in here. You can pop back out to here. You can get a little bit more detailed, and we'll dive into that. But let's set this up so monthly figure drop down. We're going to do 2024, current year. We've got deal sheet owner, me, and then VA1, VA2. Let's do September. Let's make sure we're on September 2024. Target spend goal 80,000. It's really cool over here because it'll give you target spend that pulls it from that other sheet, and then your remaining budget. This is what you have to spend left, and then if you actually do spend within like that period, it's going to put your spend right here. So it should track it. Let me see from the other sheet, the purchase tab. Okay, so we have to do all of this like total cost. So we're gonna say units. We bought 5 units of this. We bought 5 units of this and 5 units of this. Total spent. It would actually. I mean, it will calculate all of this. You'll just have to do basically, cost price multiplied by how many units you bought here, and then just drag that down. It'll calculate that for you. And then we're going to put a prep fee. We're just going to say 0 on all the prep fees. And then let's do preparing, and preparing. So that should, if we bounce back out to the dashboard, it should track all that. Yeah, so you can see that we had $300 spent now. And then the cool thing is once you have all that in there, it's going to give you this little diagram over here. VA1 is 41.7% of spend. Myself is 25%, and then another VA would be 33%. Some other things that you can do. It's going to also give you. This is in June, but let's throw this to September. It's actually going to give you your spend based on a weekly basis. So, like, say instead of a monthly goal, say your weekly goal is to spend 10 grand or whatever. You can actually have that that total down here, so you can see how close you are to that as well. Daily figures. We'll do September. You can see that, I haven't spent any so far in September. On the 8th, I spent $300. It's going to tell you the total ordered. If you do put in canceled back over on, so you can do like over here, you can put canceled. If you do canceled, it's going to take it back off of your spend sheet. And then it's going to give you a canceled amount right here and, total returned amount. But for now, let's just say that we actually do want to buy that stuff. It'll give you overall spent the last 7 days, which is really cool. Last 30 days, and then overall spent the last 12 months. Let's see. So yeah, the purchase tab here. This is probably most important, just understanding this and putting in like all the correct data. You can put order number in here. I would put order number in here, and if you do have like probably a really good way to track your stuff is like just save the invoice to like a Google Doc, and you can literally just put like a link to it in here. If you have a folder of all your stuff that you've bought in a Google, like not a Google Doc, but a Google Sheet, I guess, or I guess you could do a doc, either one. Just put a link to it in here. And then if there's any issues with that order later, down the road, you've got all your documentation just at the click of a button instead of having to dig through, like hundreds, thousands of emails. I never really used these sheets that much, honestly, because it was easier to just track it from the main page. I could just say who the VA was. But if you really want to more specifically understand like difference between VA1 and VA2, you can put in all their stuff under here. This is some pretty detailed stuff that I never really paid too much attention to, but it is there for your, if you need it. That Honestly, probably about covers it. Uh, Probably my favorite functionality, honestly, is going to be, if you've got VAs, this is super helpful. You can see a really easy breakdown as far as your spend on a monthly basis right here. And then it's going to give you like percentages on what you've achieved and what you need to spend. Um, so yeah, I mean, that about covers it. I am actually going to give this one away. If you do, just send me a DM. I've been using this one for roughly a year within my Amazon business, and it's been crazy helpful for sure. So I hope you all get some use out of this. And yeah, leave a comment below. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos here soon for you all.